We have another former Penn State football player on the phone with us now. He is A.Q. Shipley, very, very successful as an offensive lineman, won the Remington Award as the nation's top center a few years ago, part of a couple Big Ten championship teams, and of course those wins from those championship teams eradicated off the NCAA record books today. A.Q., your thoughts as you've heard everything that's gone down?
Well, I think just in general, I think the whole thing's it's just a sad day for a lot of people. Obviously, we can't take for granted, obviously the victims, and obviously that's a much bigger piece of the puzzle of this whole thing. But in the same sense, I think in terms of the Penn State football program, I think it's just I think it's a big blow. I think something obviously. I think this was I don't know how to put it, but I think it was a legal issue and not an NCAA issue. But, nothing I say, nothing any of my former teammates are going to say is going to change anything about that. What the NCAA has done, what the Penn State president has decided to sign off on, that's what's going to happen. And all we can do from here is stick together, stand strong, be united, and march forward.
So is it correct to interpret from what you're saying that you don't feel that Penn State should have been punished in this way?
I think from a legal standpoint, obviously I think a lot's been done. I think and a lot more is going to be done. Do I think they had to do something? Sure. Do I think they had to do something at this steep of a penalty? I don't know. I don't know what punishing the current players who, at the time of some of these acts, were four years old, is gonna accomplish. I don't know. I think something obviously had to be done, but to this steep of a penalty, I'm not sure. This is the steepest bowl ban I think in history. So I think it's a little much, but again, what's been done has been done, and all you can do from here is move forward.
A.Q., you joined us on the show at a point in which we were talking about pride in Penn State and how you recapture that pride. What's your feeling right now about your university?
Well, I don't think anything that's happened from the people who were involved in this, has anything to do really with how my teammates, the players before me and the players after me have conducted themselves as players. We've all conducted ourselves at the highest level. We've won games at a championship level. We've went to class. We've done things the right way, and that was all things that Joe preached to us. That's the person he wanted us to be. People that did things the right way, shaved their faces, were clean cut, went to class, graduated, got good grades, did things the right way while all attaining, a championship level on the football field as well. And one of the things that so many people overlook is the things you learn on the football field. You learn how to get up when you're down. You learn how to face adversity. You learn how to do all these things. And looking at so many of my former teammates and players before me that I've looked up to and players after me that have carried on tradition, I think every one of them have stood tall in that situation.
A.Q. Shipley, currently with the Indianapolis Colts in the NFL. You talked about your former teammates. You talked about the messages and the lessons that were learned at Penn State. What about Joe Paterno? What will you tell your kids about Joe Paterno? What do you think of Joe Paterno today?
Again, it's hard. I can speak of what Joe meant to me. I can speak of what Joe meant to the thousands of players that he touched over the years. I can speak of all of that and what he's meant to these guys and what he's the life lessons he's taught and the life lessons that he's instilled in all of us. I can speak of all of that. Obviously, this whole thing was, a very sad situation. It was something that I think a lot of people don't realize, but I think a lot of people had no idea, and whether or not Joe knew of anything, I think it's still, this free report was an opinion, and that's what it was. It was an opinion. They had no subpoena power. Obviously, they went through a lot of the documents, they went through a lot of interviews, but they didn't interview any of the key components. And I think until everything is out, until all the testimonies are out, until everything's over in the legal situation, I don't think I can really comment as to, because who knows what else can still come out as to what Joe didn't know or whatnot. So I think I'm going to reserve judgment based on that for now. But as a coach and as a father figure and as a mentor for the 5 years I was up there, I can't say enough great things and what he instilled in me and the person that he made me become over those 5 years.
A.Q. Shipley of the Indianapolis Colts, two-time Big Ten champ during his time at Penn State. A.Q., appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.